Hello, everyone. So today is December 9th, and I'm hoping that this is not my solo video because it's a bit of a depressing topic to talk about for a daily video. But anyways, there is this chick, Kokona, am I pronouncing it right? Yeah, from an idol group, XG, who recently turned 20 and came out as non-binary transmasculine. Now, of course, you see this image in front of you and you think, okay, that's just an identity. But what if I tell you that that was an old image? This is how she looks now. Exactly. Now, let's just say if I ran with an article that posted this picture, the first picture, and just said, okay, she just came out as trans masculine. Most people who read that will just think, okay, she's just pretending. It's just an identity slap on. She's a transgender. But, when you see this image, which, by the way, most articles are reporting on, thankfully, are showcasing new pictures. And she has a breast removed. She has her head shaved. Now, I'm not sure if she has taken hormones or anything like that, but regardless, she identifies as a they, them. And she had breast removal surgery a while ago. And this chick is just a few years younger than me. So yeah, pointing it out that when it comes to this gender dysphoria thing, I know that many of us, especially on the right, can be so dismissive because we see that there's a lot of trenders, right? So we think everyone is, and especially celebrities. But that's not the case. They can be a celebrity, they can be a no-name person. Gender dysphoria can hit anyone, and there are various ways it's implanted in you. Sometimes it starts in you, and sometimes you have people your surroundings really promote that, and that's something to easily point out. But still, last year, around the same time, believe it or not, Emma Demont came out as the same thing, non-binary transmasculine. And the images that were being shared from a couple of articles were my English sucks, was an image of her from, like, I guess maybe one of her red carpets or something like that. But most people did not know or share that she changed her appearance and she has pronouns on Instagram and she changed her name and stuff like that on Instagram. Last year, I remember there was a BBC presenter, one of the BBC presenters, not like a well-known one, but when Gamergate 2 was starting, and we were all having our back and forths on Twitter, I came across this one person, this BBC reporter, who went by they, them, and I found a YouTube channel, and just 2 years ago, she came out as non-binary, and I was like, okay, what? And she shows like a before. I can't remember if she did that. I think she did. She showed her before pictures from like a decade ago, and she said she wouldn't have known about this and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, because that thing never really existed. But also I feel like for some people, your surroundings are going to install gender dysphoria. Now, obviously, I used to believe that most people are transgenders, but that's not the case. Even if you have an ounce of gender dysphoria, there are many ways to go about it. You either fight it or you transition, or in some way you kind of transition, like how this idol star is, basically just chop the tits off. But still, it's like there are various ways to go about it and do this. And that's the thing, especially amongst females. When I mean females, girls and women. And there are plenty of women out there who were the most feminine girls out there, feminine of the feminine girls out there, all of a sudden coming out as trans, non-binary, or some form of that. And look, I get it. People are going to transition. But when I was growing up, I remember that there were a lot more male to females. And now you're seeing this sudden rise in female to males. And there are various reasons to why this is. And I remember a few years ago coming across this woman on Reddit. She said that she just wore a boyfriend's coat or jacket or something, and then all of a sudden she was hit with gender dysphoria, something like that. And then she's transitioning, and it's like, wow, just really wow. And that's the thing. It's like it's really spreading fast amongst women, and and also girls. So, by the way, this is unscripted. So if you're wondering why I'm just kind of all over the place, now you know why. But still, these things happen, and I also want to point out something that I've been thinking about. Last decade, we had a lot of women's empowerment stories. Movies, TV shows, everything was replaced with girl bosses. Yas Queen Slay. We had a lot of the women's marches and all of that stuff. But I just want to ask, how much of that actually helped these girls suffering with gender dysphoria? How much of that actually helped them? I remember back in 2019 when Jeremy and, both Jeremys from Geeks and Gamers and The Quartering were constantly talking about Captain Marvel. But did Captain Marvel help a lot of girls when it comes to gender dysphoria? Did that movie help them? Did a lot of these strong women, don't need no man stories help a lot of these gender dysphoric girls or women? No. And that's the sad part. They pushed this for various reasons. Obviously, because it was the Me Too era, they have to look good in front of the angry people. But also, a lot of the girl power stuff was reactionary to Trump, because obviously they needed a villain, and to them Trump was the biggest villain ever. So yeah, that's why it was so strong during Trump's first administration. Like all of the politically correct stuff just continued, and it slowly died down. Well, it still exists. You have women's marches and stuff like that, but it's not as strong as years prior. And that's the thing, like these girl bosses stuff failed to actually help women out. And that's so disappointing, because we are in a time where women definitely need inspiration, and they're not going to get it from these girl boss movies, because there are plenty of women out there who watch these girl boss movies, and look at them now. Some of them have transitioned, and you just have to scratch your head wondering why. I mean, all of those movies were saying women can do anything, and women are so strong, and they don't need no man. Why all of a sudden they think they're men, or they don't want to be women anymore? Why are they rejecting their female form? Why are they doing that? It doesn't affect only tomboys or the most strong, hyper-masculine women out there. It affects even the girlish of girlish types. And that's the thing. It affects all types of women. Now, there's also a big difference when a man transitions to a woman, and a big difference when a woman transitions to a man. Anyways, let's talk about the men a bit, because I know I said it's different when these things happen, but obviously, gender dysphoria can start the same anyhow. Like it can start internally, or it can be pushed onto you. For example, Finster. Some of you guys may not know who Finster is, but Finster started off as a troll. I think a troll crossdresser, and then eventually the fans started pushing Finster to do more and more things, and eventually the fan base, most of them, well, some of them really, the hardcore ones, got this person to transition into a woman. Yeah. And now I just came across a tweet, and it's basically Liam Donovan. I'm sure you guys have come across this channel before. Makes music critiques. This person does not like MAGA music, by the way, which I mean, it's a hit or miss depending on who you're listening to. I still remember Let's Go Brandon. Love that. But anyways, this person, I guess, is going to start doing... Well, this person recently came out as bisexual. Not a problem, but this person is going to start doing, I guess, femboy cosplays. And I'm just thinking, okay, we might have another Finster issue going on. By the way, Liam Donovan used to be a commentary YouTuber. I bring this up because I remember years ago Keemstar praising this kid as someone who who is obviously doing fantastic, phenomenal with commentary, you know, and you know, he basically stopped commentary to move on music commentary, and yeah, I'm wondering how people are going to just force him into transitioning, because it seems that way for some people. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I get that strong feeling that some people in his fan base could force him to transition, you know. But still, when it comes to this gender dysphoria stuff, uh, very sticky subject. But I really hope that we can at least find more ways to protect females out there, and you know, not just say, oh, okay, you don't think you're a woman anymore, okay, well done. Like, I get it, some people are going to transition, I understand, it's fine, but when the numbers keep blazing up, something is wrong, and we have to at least help somewhere, some way or another. So I really hope that you know, like the proper encouragement for women come out, you know, that say, hey, you don't have to even, you know, be super feminine in order to be a woman, because now you get that uh, those claims that, you know, if you're not feminine, that means you have to be something else, which doesn't make any sense, but that's what's going on, and it's so disappointing, really. Anyways, this video is all over the place. I'm so sorry. It's going to be really hard to edit. Oh, I don't want to edit this video, guys. You guys have no idea how I don't like editing videos. I just hate it because I have to use Power Director, and unlike before, it's you know, on this phone, and it's just really annoying to edit. Really annoying. Okay, I miss editing on Filmora. Anyways, bye.